Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Monday. Happy Monday? Yes. Happy Monday. This is Fish Planet episode 22. This is Buffalo Brotherhood. I am Ryan, and welcome. Thank you for choosing to consume your YouTube content with us. We're still fishing in Texas. I know it's getting boring. I'm bored too, honestly. As I don't want this to ever feel like work, or it's not going to be fun for me. But it's this grind, man. It's this grind. And, my line was broke? Excuse me? What was that? Oh, I'm excited. We had a hook. We had a number 4 hook on there, so it was not our big one, but pet food. There we go. Put a bigger hook on. Reset up here. Let's cast that baby back out there. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Glad to be back at it, but I am a little bored here in Texas, so might look to try to. I know we're trying to gear up, save some money to gear up, but man, it is atrocious to get money. Which is, we know this. So some of the strategies I are picking up that you guys are tweeting me. Thank you very much for doing so. Are things like don't fish in Texas. Fish for longer periods of time. Win tournaments. All great suggestions, and I'm thankful for each and every one of them. I'm just scared, guys. I'm scared to do that. But we can try it. We can try it. I'm a little sniffly this morning. I apologize for that. I'm drinking some coffee. Oh, what was that fish? What was that? What was that? Do you guys know what it was? Can you let me know? Probably just a big catfish. That's what I'm guessing. Just a big catfish. We'll go on the back side of these weeds right there. I don't remember. I just casted it. I wasn't even looking. I don't mean to be sniffling into the microphone either. That's bad. Yeah. So we're gonna have to set ourselves up a goal for this week, and I think it's I don't know. It needs to be Oregon. It needs to be something. I'm not sure. I'm excited to do Texas, or excited to do Florida. I just want to catch some fish. Catch some more fish. And I don't think I'm going to make a whole lot of progress here in Texas. So if you've been screaming at that at the screen for me to figure it out, then I am listening. I hear you. I know. Just need to make some changes to how I record, probably, because that's my biggest thing. Is I loved going to Colorado. I really enjoyed New York. I enjoyed North Carolina. But I feel like I wasted some of that time because I was rushing to get there, and once I got there, I didn't give myself enough time to actually fish it. So my goal is to definitely, once I get there, make sure I have enough time to record as much of it as possible, or spend enough money to spend a couple of days there. And that was our goal. Our goal was to basically just sort of up our gear, because our gear has been pretty low. I think we're out leveling our gear without putting any more additional money into the game, which, again, I'm not opposed to, but it's just sort of a personal challenge, personal goal. Speaking of personal challenges and personal goals, hope everybody's staying up on their New Year's resolutions here in February. I am trying. This video will make... excuse me, did not mean to do that. That's gross. I'm looking at the calendar here. This is going to come out on the 20th of February, which means we've almost completed our second full month of a YouTube video every day. And that was my New Year's resolution. So I promise at some point I'll stop talking about that, but I'm just excited for it. I'm glad. Set goals for yourself and try your hardest to reach them. Even if you fall a little bit short, you're going to learn things in the process and use those skills you gathered to reach new goals, to set new goals. I don't know what that was, but apparently he was hungry. He needed pet food, and I provided him pet food. So congratulations, fish. I have fed you. If that was your goal, we've helped reach you, digital fish. We've helped reach your digital goal. I'm looking around my desk right now. That's what I thought. Strike was done too early. Okay, just calm down, Ryan. Calm down. This is why I don't bobber fish. It doesn't fit with my impatient nature. Uh-oh, that didn't sound good. Whatever it is, I will be right back. And we're back. For you, that was just a quick jump cut. For me, that was, oh goodness, a chance to prove my parenting mettle. And it's fine. Kids, if there's any kids watching the video, let me just say, be nice to your parents. Actually, I have pretty good kids. Two good kids. Good eggs on their shoulders. And every once in a while, I need to do my job, which is completely fine. The most important job I have, mind you, in my opinion, being a parent, I have to make sure that they are prepared for life. And conflict resolution is a big part of being prepared for life. Now, I have a pretty easygoing nature. I just always have. It's served me well in my lifetime. I don't get too worked up about things, so it's very easy for me to sort of pull my emotions back and say, am I mad about this, or is the situation... or let me see, how do I say that right? Am I just like upset? Have I been slighted, or am I feeling bad, or is this a legitimate reason to be upset? And if so, what's the use of being upset unless you have a plan to sort of rectify it or correct it? So talking things out with my kids, I think, is really important, and that's what we did. So, and we're all good now. I get jealous sometimes. They play really well together, and even though one's a boy and one's a girl. If you've watched the videos before, they've both been on videos at different times. Noah recorded people with me. Zoe has done several things. It's a nice way to sort of hang out together. I know there's some parents that don't understand the video game stuff, and that's okay. They don't necessarily have to understand it. But I do think it's a part of a balance that I don't treat very well, but my kids do treat better. It should not consume every waking moment of your time. Strike done too early. I'm being impatient, but I can't see how it doesn't sit up right, so we're gonna drop it down to 60. I'm gonna put it back. Actually, a little shy of that. There we go. It always overcasts. Okay. Yeah, so I know some parents don't understand the whole video game thing, and I get that. And there are some video games that I don't understand that my kids want to do. But I try to keep an open mind, and like I said, if we strike that balance, that's fine. You know, we Pokemon Go is a video game we do that we enjoy to play as a family, but we do go out and we get some exercise and we're doing it. Okay. I would let off. Oh, gosh, I don't know what that was, but now I am determined. I did find the right spot. It's just got to be that great big catfish is all it is. It has to be that. It has to be that. So I'm going to set my drag down. To 2. I'll let it wait. We'll feed the fish again. But it gives us stuff. It gives, directs conversation. I can always turn those into teachable moments. About savings. Video game's been a great tool about saving your money, saving your time management. But I do understand that you're sedentary, and that's the biggest problem we have with it. So. I don't want to create sedentary adults. So they were actually outside on a trampoline, and that's why I cut the video, because when I heard The crying out that somebody was hurt. But no, nope, just feelings. Just feelings hurt, and that is fine. We can deal with hurt feelings and turn it into a teachable moment. Alright, so the weather is 73 in the video game. It's cloudy, but the sun is coming up. The fog is starting to burn off a little bit. We're seeing a little bit more of the weeds down inside the area there. That's fine. I didn't check the time. On a side note, like, I hate to split the videos because then I have to remember which two video segments they are so that I can rejoin them in post. And video editing is not the fun part of this, I don't think. So the funnest part of this whole thing is just playing the video game. Probably the second thing is watching the analytics afterwards. But I do enjoy playing the video game, learning the video game, knowing more about it. Let's see. I give a little twitch, maybe. Just switch to the other side of that. There we go. We'll let it set again. Get settled. We'll see. Oh, the reflection looks good. The water quality looks good. I struggle so much with this. I have a hard time. I probably should get another number 4 hook, just so at least we can be catching the little guys while we're waiting, but whatever it was that took my bait, took the number 4 hook, and that's what broke it the first time. Drag still set low, good. Bobber's sitting upwards. Something jumping out of the water. Frog maybe supposed to be. Birds in the sky. That's what they need. They need birds flying by the sky. Maybe a car driving over the damn road every once in a while. Not. Come on. I can't. I'm so impatient. So impatient. See, the hook. My hook is too big here to catch any of the little sunfish. Let's go back here. Now that we've got... Maybe the sun's come up. Maybe that graphical glitch won't be there anymore. Alright, I hear the weed whacker guy. Or the lawnmower guy, I guess. Okay, it's sitting up tall. Line's good. There we go. Yeah, so I'm not real sure. Maybe I should be fishing from the other side. I've had some luck over there before. I know we were talking about goal setting and things like that at the beginning of the episode. We need to get back into that. The whole getting 50,000 seems to be eluding me. Or 5,000. Was it 50,000? I think it was like 50,000. That's gonna take forever. That's just not fun. That's not why I want to play the game. I'd rather put the dime down, just buy it and be done. But I do like looking at the new places and checking out the new places. So that needs to be our goals. We need to have a goal of that rather than a gear goal. The gear gold just doesn't work. For me personally. Oh, getting a little nibble. Getting a little nibble. Come on. Entrance him. Come on, catfish. The gear gold just probably isn't going to work for me. It's just, ever since we made it, it's not as much fun playing the game. We just need to play the game, and hopefully the money will come in eventually. So, yeah, we're going to set a goal of going out west again. Even if it's just Colorado again, which I don't honestly think would be a bad thing. Come on, take the bait. Take the bait. Even if it's just going out to Colorado again, but really I'd like to do the Washington, the Falcon Lake. I like seeing the new places. Florida would be good. And honestly, if we're grinding, we should probably have a premium account. Just because that's how you do it in World of Tanks. You have that premium account when you're grinding, and then you get the most bang for your buck. I'm just not a grindy kind of guy. Okay, we need to increase some drag. We're still clicking away on the drag. I hate to go any higher though because we're already deep yellow. And we are coming inward, so I think we're good. This, running the drag this high will actually damage your rod a little bit. Young channel, not bad. That's what we're looking for. Good job. Way to go, Ryan. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Let's go further out, but maybe a little bit deeper off the wall. No, I did not reset the depth of my pole, but that's okay. I think we found a good depth. Okay, we're going to leave it at 3 on the drag. 3 is still pretty loose. A decent fish is going to be able to pull a line off that. I would assume. Is that a wiggle already? That's what we need. More than 10 pounds of fish already today. That's good. We're going to be making money. That's our plan. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Today is the 17th of the day I'm recording this is the 17th. So I'm about 4 days behind. Or 4 days up on my backlog, which is good. But this month has just flown by. Spring will be here before we know it, regardless of what the groundhog said. And we're supposed to actually have really nice weather this weekend, which I'm excited for because we have a 4-day weekend at school. Some built-in snow days. I don't know if that's that way all over the world, but yeah. So today I'm trying to get caught up on some YouTube stuff, and then I have another channel too that I do with education stuff called Tech in the Classroom Today. Have not showed that as much love as what I've showed this channel this year. So my goal is to try to get one of those videos out per week. But if I can't decide if that qualifies as my New Year's resolution. So maybe I'll just talk this out with you guys. So my New Year's resolution was to make 1 video per day. Now, the intention, the idea behind that was 1 Brotherhood, 1 video game channel per day. Oh man, there was something going on there. It was weird, but I touched it at the same time. Lost my bait. I know that was the intention because I was having that conversation with Doug and Mike. And quick drink of coffee. We had that conversation with Doug and Mike, which obviously I'd be talking about Buffalo Brotherhood stuff with them because that's the podcast and that's when we were doing it. And then that was the obligation all through January and now all through February. But now that I want to I'm not getting bored with this at all. I actually just want to do more, but I don't think I can do more of this and the other. I just don't think I can put the time in my schedule. So I need to decide what I want to do. And in my head, I was like, well, that's fine. I'll just not do a gameplay video. I'll not do a Let's Play video one day a week, and I'll do a teaching video one day a week. And then that way I'm still receiving my goal, or still heading towards my goal of one video per day. But to me, that's not... That's sort of not in the spirit of the business. So I was hoping, and you may have noticed the last 2 Sundays were podcast Sundays. I was hoping to continue to do the podcast stuff so that we could record those. Those are decent sized shows. Those are a lot of fun. Mike and Doug help me do it. I was hoping to go ahead and continue to do those online, just so that I would have Sunday taken care of. With the podcast, which I could always import the audio podcast over here anyway, but without the video component, I think YouTube isn't really the best place for it. It would sound better if we just imported the audio version, maybe, because that's not always the case. We got some new microphones up in the lodge, and goodness, we are struggling trying to get those things to level out right. We did like a 4-hour X-Wing tournament that is all sitting on my computer right now that I cannot release because I cannot figure out the audio issues. Mike, the guy from the podcast, is the audio engineer. Like, he knows that stuff inside and out. That's his hobby. My hobby is more just talking, apparently. And so maybe I'm not the best one suited to do it, but I cannot figure it out. It is so loud. We're just blowing out the speakers at all times. But we got some new mics. We got some sensitive mics, and that's essentially what just happened. Is they were set way too high, and now I can't. Now I can't get it figured out. So that's part of the bad part about using the podcast on YouTube is there's a lot more moving components. We have a GoPro. We use a GoPro for that sometimes. And just it does not accept the audio in like the other camcorder would have. Like, we would just run the audio in through we'd split it from the headphone jack essentially and put the audio into the other camcorder, and that became a pretty reliable way to capture decent audio. So if in the days that the computer would crash or we would lose the podcast that way, we could always rip it off the video, and vice versa. If the video for some reason didn't work, we could use the audio from the computer. But we wanted to use the GoPro because the lodge is not as deep as really what it needs to be able to use the other camera. Strike was done too early. I don't know when he was going to hit it. Let's be honest. I felt like I waited forever. Yeah, I want to get another catfish, so maybe closer to the wall. I want to run to the other side of the damn wall, too. Damn road. Whatever. It feels like I'm cursing, but I'm really not cursing. I'm talking about the actual object there that keeps water in this lake. Oh, we got a little wiggle. We got a wiggle. Did we have a wiggle? Or was it settling? I think we had a wiggle. I'm going with a wiggle. Yeah, so anyway, I was hoping to make sure that those podcasts would come out every Sunday, and then that way I would sort of have that. We were able to record a little bit afterwards, and you may have seen some of that this past week. We did a Golf with Friends rubber match, because we had done Golf with Friends during the podcast, or the Sunday before, and we were all tied 1 apiece. So then we played it again. I recorded that, released that on Tuesday. And then Mike and I stayed after and played some Rocket League on the computers and recorded that. Rocket League plays poorly. And that was a good time. We had fun with that. We're both terrible at Rocket League, but it is a really fun game. They definitely have something right in that game, where you always feel like you're just an inch off from being perfect. It sort of gives you that sort of endorphin rush. It massages that brain in a way that makes you think, oh, I'll just try it one more time. One more time. I'll get it this time. Something's going to click, I promise. Strike was done too early. Holy cow. I just got to stop. I got to stop. Take my hand off the remote. Or not remote, the mouse. yeah, so that was... we had some interesting content come out this week. Still had Banished every week. Got a little bit more Banished left to do next week, and then we're going to probably switch things up. Pit People has not had a decent update in a while, so we haven't been playing it. Alrighty. Zoe's going to fix herself breakfast. Good girl, Zoe. Yeah. So, anywho, come on. There you go. Got a bob. Got a bob. Got a bob. I think if it goes down again, I'm just going to set the hook. We're going to try it. Come on. Bob again. Because I think what's happening is it's a small fish. Oh. Bob again. One more time. Oh, I can't pull the trigger. Come on, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to do it. Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. It didn't tell me the fish was gone. And it didn't tell me I struck too early. So I just must have missed it altogether. Alright, we'll see if it gets another bob here in a second. And then I think we're going to call it a day, because this has been a pretty decent episode, I think. Well, not really. What did we catch? One catfish is all? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I will find a size 4 hook, and we'll go to the other side of the road, and we'll fish over there. We'll see what happens. We are in the middle of the day, and if you look at the fish timer, the middle of the day is the dead spot. And I'm not maybe because it's hot and bright and sunny. Could have been. Yeah, fish like those overcast days. Yeah, they do. Overcast, warm water. Oh yeah, that's fish's heyday right there. Let's see what we get right here. Anything? I didn't miss a notification that said my bait was eaten, did I? I don't think so. Yep. So, strike was done too early. I can't win for losing. I really can't. So we're going to fast forward time to get up to here, and we'll come back here on Friday, and we'll continue to fish. We're also going to see if we can't buy a smaller hook. A 10 hook is too small. There's no need for that. I have one of those in my house. That's what's a bummer. I have all these in my house. I don't want to buy one that's at my house. It's $90. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just go to the other side. We'll fast forward time, come over here, and we'll fish and see if we can't get over here somewhere. We'll fish and see if we can get any more catfish. Thank you guys so much for watching, and come back next time. Make sure you give the video a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to know more. Give me some advice down in the comments below about what you want to see more of. Or just say hi. That's always fun. Say hi. I want to say hi. I want to say hi to you. And we will see you next time. Thank you so much. Goodbye.